Today's lesson is going to be about making connections nonfiction. So, how do we synthesize key details in a nonfiction text and then write a summary that maintains logical order? Well, the first thing we do is make sure our annotations are what they need to be. So, we need to make sure we understand and we've identified the who, what, how, and why in this passage or any other passage. So, our who, our subject, is ancient Greek people. What is the beliefs about their lives and death and how they were controlled by gods? Well, how did that happen? Each god had control over different parts of life and death. And why? This was the way that ancient people framed their beliefs based on having a limited understanding of the world they lived in. So, which details support these ideas? Well, as we read, we see things like Hades was actually more altruistically inclined. We see another one of her abilities was granting or restoring eternal youth. Their gods were connected to their understanding of the universe. So each one of these is a detail that supports the main idea of the section that it comes from, as well as our main idea for the entire passage. How do we put these in logical order? So let's look at this example I wrote and see how the details are combined and synthesized with our who, what, why, and how to have a summary that follows the same logical pattern as the article. Ancient Greek civilizations believed that life and death were heavily influenced by their gods. During life, various gods influenced acts of war or travel across the seas. In death, they were guided by a kind ruler, and there was even the possibility of eternal life, as long as those gods willed it that way. So we've taken our who, what, why, and how and added our details in it. Hades was more altruistically inclined, turns into, in death, they were guided by a kind ruler. We just make sure we have to keep our same order so that the main idea comes across in our writing.